Christy, what do you understand by destiny? Is it something inescapable, or is it optional? I think it is both. It is first of all optional, and becomes consequentially inescapable. There is a symposium titled, Destiny, the Meaning and Dimensions, holding in our church this Saturday. Would you like to come? Wow, that is a very much needed topic for discussion. Many people have this fatalistic view about life, with what will be mentality. This has made some people to be lackadaisical, without being challenged to dream big and put in their best efforts. You are right, human beings are active participants in shaping our personal and communal destinies. There are many who wrongly ascribe everything happening in this world to God's doing and blame Him for all the evils around them. Yesu. Destiny is not just a personal experience, it is communal and interconnectivity dimensions.
I will briefly summarize the lecture I just delivered on the topic, Destiny, the Meaning and Dimensions. As I said earlier, I have based my talk on the scriptures and my personal experiences and observations. Without quoting any dictionary or scholar, in my definition, I say, destiny is the interplay between God's will and human will that involves a set of actions which lead to particular consequences that are either soothing or hurtful on temporal or eternal scale. Talking of God's will, there are three facets of God's will. 1. God's sovereign will, that give us life's canvas, and various levels of brokenness and wholeness, on which to draw the pictures of our earthly pilgrimages. The second facet is God's prescriptive will. This has to do with moral laws, and the sense of right and wrong of the conscience. This is to guide what is drawn on the canvas, which God, in His sovereignty, has given us. The third facet is God's reflective will, in which in response to prayer, God in His sovereignty alters a person's canvas. Also, God's righteous judgment is manifested in His reflective will, in which obedience is rewarded, and disobedience punished, both temporally and eternally. Thus, destiny is the consequence of God giving the canvas, man drawing on the canvas, guided, or self-willed, and God evaluating the canvas drawings, for temporal or eternal enumeration. And as far as God is concerned, there is no good or bad canvas, but what matters to God is the picture drawn on the canvas. Now, this is the time for questions, or contributions. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for the brilliant lecture, sir. What would you say about God rejecting Esau, and endorsing Jacob, to inherit the covenant of Abraham, while both were still in the womb, as recorded in Genesis chapter 25 verse 23, and in Romans chapter 9 verse 13?
That account in the Bible has been misunderstood by many. We must not fall into the error of excusing Esau selling his birthright as if God made him do so. No, not at all. The story of Jacob and Esau should be understood as a demonstration of the foreknowledge of God. Even now, God knows the eternal fate of everyone on earth, whether heaven or hell, not because of a predetermined favoritism, but because God, being all-knowing, knows ahead of time the opportunities and choices people will make as regards their eternal destinies.
Thank you for the inspirational lecture, sir. I want to add, sir, that what we do, whether right or wrong, affects the destinies of others, and God is going to judge our impact on others, whether we bring them closer to their desired destiny, or take them away from it. When people damage the destiny canvas of others, because it is in their power, and God's sovereignty allows it, God's judgment is awaiting them. Let's wait and see God's response to those that scuttled the Asharabu's education dream and violated her personhood into motherhood. I also want to emphasize what you said in your lectures, that destiny is better shaped by being prayerful, living in obedience to God, and having a tireless, indomitable spirit. I know that by the grace of God, Leah Sarabu can still draw a beautiful picture on her damaged canvas. Amen.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Isaiah 30:21.